Hello. Welcome to InterSpew. I'm your host, Caroline, sitting down with my own self today to explain exactly what CommuniTeam is and the direction that I want to go with it. So, a lot of people have been asking what CommuniTeam is because one of the only things that we've done lately is game night, and we're working on Too Long Didn't Write. And so I figured that I would just sit down for a few minutes in place of where we're going to have a regular podcast and explain exactly what I'm trying to do. So first off, two quotes that have inspired me and how I ended up here with this idea for CommuniTeam. They are quite cheesy, at least the first one is, and it's by Dr. Seuss. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, things aren't gonna get better. They're not. That comes from The Lorax, which is a movie that was strange and uncomfortable for everyone on Tumblr. But the first time I went to the Rooster Teeth site, I was very confused because I had always heard about this bubbling, amazing community filled with people who were just so creative and, amazed by everything that they did, and I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to find ways that I could incorporate myself into this, cesspool of creativity. But unfortunately, this was right after the site migration. I call it the Great Migration of 2015. And I couldn't really find a lot of people. I found a few people on the new singles forum, or whatever it is. And I found a few people in a few groups, but the site seems to be a little bit messy right now, to say the least. So I took it upon myself, because I care a whole awful lot, to kind of create this place where you can meet new people, see people who care about the things that you care about, and see people who care about what you want to create. And I think that the only way to create something is to be as geeky as you want to be. So, for example, I really like Rooster Teeth. I like what they create. I like the way their company works together instead of, okay, this is the pyramid, and if you're gonna get to the top of the pyramid, you have to start as like a crappy intern that nobody likes. It's just more of a, this is a conglomerate, these are the people that are on top, but they're all friends. And, that's kind of the dream. I'm in school to be a theater student. I hope to become a director of stage plays and possibly short films someday. And I think the goal for me would be to work somewhere that I have a group of people that I care about and who care about me. I don't want to wake up in the mornings and say, I'm going to work and I'm going to leave at 5 and I'm going to come home and I'm going to watch TV for 2 hours and go to bed. That seems like the worst kind of life to me. A lot of people like structure, but I am not one of those people. Which brings me to my second point. This was written by a very young, very intelligent woman. Her name is Rachel Corrie. She passed away, I think, in 2004. But in a script that I recently stage managed of hers, she explained that in that moment, I didn't give a shit if I was mediocre, and I didn't give a shit if I starved to death. I was going to write. That quote's important to me because, I'm not in it for the money. I'm not in it for the recognition, because anyone who does that obviously doesn't understand how theater works. Unless you're on stage, you're never going to get any recognition. And I feel like that's kind of the same way with everything creative. But yeah, I want there to be a group of people that I know that I can hang out with, and I know that if I say, hey guys, we should make something like this, InterSpew. We should make a podcast where we talk about cool things that are going on in the community. That I'll have people backing me up and say, like, heck yeah, Caroline, that's a cool idea. Or, we already have XYZ like that, but, what we could do. Just people to bounce ideas off of, and, people that are like-minded. So, I guess the main goal of CommuniTeam is to bring people together. It's to show people that, like, hey, I know that you can't always be your creative self, but when you're here, you can. And nobody's gonna say, like, oh, you can't do that, that's stupid. I mean, unless you're posting, like, shitty fanfics. Because, let's be honest, ain't nobody want to see that. So I might as well go over our schedule really quickly. On Sundays, we will be posting InterSpew, our podcast. So this will hopefully be coming out in about 3 hours online. On Mondays, we're not going to have anything because I will be filming Too Long Didn't Watch along with possibly Tyler. We're not sure yet. And on Tuesdays, Too Long Didn't Watch will be coming out. Wednesdays is our game night as of right now, although we may be adding a second game night on Saturdays to accommodate people's schedules. So keep a lookout for the links to that and possibly to live streams for that. Thursday, there's nothing because I'm watching different podcasts and catching up on the RT videos of the, week and of the years that I've missed out on. And Friday, I will be I will be recording an interview for InterSpew. So I hope that you will join me on this shitstorm of a roller coaster that I'm calling CommuniTeam. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'm Sinomari over on the RT site, and you can just post something in the CommuniTeam forums. And I look forward to seeing all